Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to Modular Mayhem. Episode 49, since the episode 47 ran into two parts. Uh, so, last episode, I need to turn that down. Don't know why music voice so loud. Anyway, last episode, we got the ore processing going. This episode, we need to get all that stuff handled. Actually, I actually do now have it handled. I made myself an external heater from Immersive Engineering. It's rather simple. Just some of that on a copper wire, coil. And what it does, it heats up a nearby furnace. And once the furnace is up to full heat, it also then speeds it up. So, if you hit a lever on it, it'll always keep it sped up, even if it runs down. So it's been busily toiling away, clearing my backlog. It's got a sneaky extractor, that way it's extracting from the bottom so it can kick stuff out. And you can see I'm up to 611 blocks of iron, plus another stack in here, which we're very slowly taking care of into steel, because why not? We're up to 95 blocks of 10, but we really have not been processing them that much. 92 blocks of ferrous, just because. Now, I was just going to rely on that to clear stuff up, but as you can see, even sped up, it's not quite enough. Oh, and I have an import bus on the top, doing its thing. I don't think that fuzzy card does what I need to. I was hoping it would read by or dictionary, but, it doesn't think it's going to. So, So that was my first attempt, and I realized, oh my god, that's not going to work. Now, I actually got that on video, but it didn't survive editing that well, so... For whatever reason, my audio got messed up. So, then down here, you can see we got 3 electric furnaces. One of which I moved from upstairs, and of course I moved the alternator down here too. I moved the tesseract and alternators to the middle here. That way to better balance the load, because these two things weren't keeping up right. So, and I just put a battery in the back here for to help keep things balanced. Any excess power will go in there when it's not being used, and under heavy draw, it should be capable of pulling back out to rebalance things, which is good because I now have 3 furnaces, and he's going to need a heat rod. And you can see I got 3 import buses with acceleration cards here, because originally I was going, this thing right here had an import bus, and my original thinking was I'd export to these furnaces somewhere. And I was setting that up, and I then slapped myself in the face with a face palm because I realized, why bother? These need these things need to be AE, because these things do produce bonus stuff. So I can't just relocate over to another machine without it being all complicated, and so the AE is temporary storage, especially with the sifter being slower. I won't have to worry about backlog. But all that's going to come out of here is dusts. And so it's just easiest to have relocate into furnaces. And getting to that 3rd furnace back there is going to be tough. So I made myself a wireless block extender, which is simply advanced filter, and all the way down. And what that does, if I put you here, and I then take my linker and So it is should be in link mode. I go click or shift click. There we go, and that's now connected. So now anything comes into this relocator, you put in that furnace. Ha ha ha. And then anything comes out of these furnaces simply gets. And there's now a dense cable this thing's now attached to, so it can use all the channels it needs to. So I love the whole fact that because these things are multi-block capable, I now have 3 imports buses in one little neat package here. So, ha 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 ha. So what's happened in all processes here, and then since he only spits out dust, it's just fine just putting these things right in your furnaces, like I did. Ha ha ha. Yes, yes, yes. So everybody's got power. Everybody's doing their thing. So let's go upstairs and sleep through the night, because this is the way life works. Yep. This guy, in the long run, will only be handling the bonus dust that come out of the grinder, the crusher, and the 2 grinders, because they do produce 5% bonus dust, and that's all he's going to do. Plus handle the backlog of stuff I've already done. As you can see, it has caught up amazingly well with the iron dust. I had several thousand. It's now down to 100. The tin and nickel it hasn't really touched that much yet, because it's still dealing with the iron. So if we let's just show the system in action. Let me just Oh, and I tested with the core sample drill. We have used just over 6% of the vein here. To put that in perspective, I have produced more than 700 blocks of iron once ore tripled. I am getting 100 blocks of iron per 1% of that ore vein. I'm going to end up with close to 10,000 blocks of iron before that is done. That is more iron than I will ever use. So let's go down here. And you can see he's now spitting stuff out to that furnace, and to that furnace, and to this furnace. I needed 3 because we're going to get iron here. We're going to get iron, and it's not going to do it, and it's going to get ferrous, and we're going to get tin. And 1 furnace was not capable of keeping up, and 2 was getting a little bit backlogged. I think 3 is probably overkill. But, and you can see my voltage has gone down a little with the system in full run, but 3 alternators appear to be keeping up. Of course, this is putting a severe drain on my energy reserves, but so of course you're not, there it goes, in, out. I had to set things up and let them run for a while, because if we go down here, you can see that, yeah, I was running very, very close. And if you go down here, you can see I am starting to back up iron a little bit. Maybe not. The bonus dusts are making it hard, are enough that this stays just about stable. These, of course, are going up. So that's how that's doing. And the system is just merrily doing its thing. This is keeping up just fine. This is keeping up just fine. It's all importing into my system just fine. It's just awesome is what it is. But yes, we have 630 blocks of iron. we have another stack here. Oh yeah. Yep. And yeah, I ran this wire out that way. It's ugly, but it works. Disconnecting my crusher for the moment. I'll rewire that if and as it becomes necessary. This is just awesome. It really, really is. I'm sorry I didn't catch more of this on camera. I had an editing derp. So that's kind of nice, though. I am well pleased with how this has turned out. Which is good, because this is episode 49. In episode 50, we're gonna have a world download. And as such, it's kind of nice being able to give you guys a fully functioning ore processing system. And the nice thing is, if and as I get, more ore veins, I can easily add stuff to here to be processed to a degree. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I go over 9. I'm thinking at that point I could put a chest with a relocator, and then I can just get multiple export buses on, and of course, on these things. So that should probably handle it. So that is how this is working. We are now ore tripling my iron ore. Ore tripling. Which is almost kind of redundant with how much this stuff is spitting out. We're just going to go ahead and turn that off because we'll let my backlog handle itself. And quite frankly, I have 600 and some odd. I probably will run that up even higher as stuff processes through. That's just insane, is what that is. It really, really is insane. So we're just going to let my backlog sort itself out. Because, why not? I really do like Magneticraft's ore tripling setup. This just looks very, very neat, and it does its job very, very well. This gets kind of ugly on this side of life, but you know what? That's fine. All right. Let's move on to the next thing. Oh, well, one more thing before I go. Let me clear my inventory out. My tool bag is starting to get full. Just a bit. All the various tools and such. I should probably clear this out at some point. I'm not sure I care. Why do I have an iron pipe in there? I don't know. So, all the tools. Okay. Put you in there. Put you in there. Low voltage can go away. Furnace can go away. You go in there. Because it's always nice to have another, a spare battery power, spare RF storage, just in case, you either need to kickstart the system or something goes wrong and I need to, boot up my AE system or some other things. Okay. It should be noted, by the way, I went through and in Mindtweaker, I added mineral deposits for silent gems, for nuclear craft, for Mars, Matter Overdrive, Essential Craft. That one's kind of rare. The Moon, Engineer's Toolbox, and Magnetic Craft. All this will be in the next version of Modular Mayhem. Of course, about the only things you cannot get out of the system now is redstone and the chromatic craft resources. I might try to fix redstone at some point. And of course, the chromatic craft resources cannot come from the excavator for several reasons. For one, I think Rika would, kill me if I did that. So, almost caught up. Almost caught up, and yeah. All right. This has probably been my longest running Minecraft series. It really has. It really has been the most fun. So, I've got all these nice little toys set up, and there's just still so much I want to do. I am probably going to move away from the tech stuff for a while. I've been doing mostly tech for like the last 30 or so episodes. Well, outside of some essential craft there. So, all right. Well, I now know I know what I want to do with the rest of this episode. I've got to go get some stuff set up. So I'm going to go ahead and break the episode briefly right here. And when we come back, I'll take care. Well, we'll finish the episode up. Be back in a bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It took a bit of exploration. No, seriously, a bit of exploration. Quite a bit of exploration. Where is my home marker? If I can point to it. Oops, completely facing the wrong way. And completely. Ugh. All right. Off. I don't need to see that anymore. Home is 2.3 kilometers in that direction. But I found what I was looking for. I found a Contron crystal. Ha ha ha. Yep. Had a few other odds and ends as I was exploring. We may wonder what Contron crystal is. Well, you can see it's from the TARDIS mod. That is, quite literally, your key to getting a TARDIS. Like so. Or maybe it's over what? This thing can be, yes, there we go. Now, you cannot, there is no vanilla recipe for this. You can only find it in chests. You can craft these, but anyway, let's go ahead and apparently it's going to appear on top of it. And of course it would appear with the door in the wrong spot. Still, I now have a TARDIS. I am now a madman with a box. Hi there. Well, let's go inside, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. There we go. And as always, it's bigger on the inside. Let's turn on the lights. Like so. I now have a screwdriver. A sonic screwdriver. Ha ha ha. Yes. TARDIS comes with a few abilities. We'll get to that in a second. But, yep, TARDIS control panel. Oh, this is just awesome. And, of course, the force fields and gravity lifts and all that fun stuff. Now, it's not a complete copy from the show, but it comes awful close. A nice thing is, this is, of course, the control room. There's the console. And you can, if you feel like it, change the way it looks. In this case, click, click. And now it's very much a copy of the 12's TARDIS. Somewhat, at least. Though I'm not really sure I like the layout. Let's see what else we got. So if we go 10th-ish. Oh, hey, that's... There we go. Okay, I can live with that. Nice thing is, all these TARDIS blocks, well, they're unbreakable for one, but for another, they are dyeable. You can use any vanilla dye on them. Yep. So, yes, this is my TARDIS now. And this is the control panel. We'll get into what all that does in a second. One thing it does do, however, is allows you to create rooms. You put your screwdriver right there. And the first thing I'm going to do is, if I can get this thing set right, rooms. The very first room you're going to want to make is the library. And shift right click. Toink. And now you have the complete, guide to the TARDIS. And you can just... So, I'll be getting into all this as we go. Nice thing is, if you ever decide that you are, that you don't like where the room is or whatever, you just find the room control panel, you set yourself into dismantle mode, you click, right click, and you end up back out here. But I kind of like having that library there, so clink. And there's a whole bunch of other rooms you can add. This one's kind of fun. This is... and it's going to take it a second, because this thing's big. Big, 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 big. Very big. Very, very, very big. Goes all the way up to here. There are clouds in the TARDIS. That's probably not intended. But you can see there are the doors, so I can add other rooms on this place without much of a challenge. I like it. I think I'm going to leave this here. Again, I can dye all these blocks of appropriate colors some later time. You can also change whether it's day or nighttime, and I often like leaving on day. So, and you can pretty much expand this TARDIS as much as you want. So, yay. And of course, the TARDIS can also fly. So, since I am so far away from home... Ooh, dark out here. Well, I guess I can sleep through the night here real quick. There we go. Get back inside. There we go. But yes, you can. Yeah, so this place is pretty, modularly expandable, which is one of the reasons why it's in this pack. Is kind of cool. Yep. There we go. So let's go home. Let's bring this TARDIS home. Home, of course, being way over here. So let's try landing the TARDIS, say here, at 667297 is where we will put it. That's where my cursor is. Or do I want to try landing it? Ooh, no, trying landing inside would probably end poorly. I'm not that good of a pilot. Where do I want to put this thing? Oh, let's put it back here. 732,312, more or less. Negative. All right. So, the way this works is all these neat little dials and buttons, and they all do different things. And Wayla's a big help here. So you got your XP. You gain XP by flying around. You got your energy, how many rooms you have, and your speed. And I should probably crank my speed down. You'll see why in a minute. There we go. Yeah, that's probably, well, I said all the way down to 0. That's funny. There we go. We'll put it 1 for now. It'll take a little longer to go, but your TARDIS can damage itself. It's pretty much guessing where it's going to land. You can delete all rooms if you want, which I'm not. And all these little flight controls will be important in a minute. The thing now is to set your destination. As I said, I want to go to -733. It's currently set to X199, so we got to kind of spin some levers. That's almost right. I was lucky. Well, oh, there we go. You can see this thing's not an exact. So try and get things. All right. So I need 312, and that's way out. I don't check my coordinates just because I gotta go outside to get the overworld map. All right. All the way back home. So yeah, so I'll land out here. It is 730 and about 300 or so, as close as I can get it. All right. Yeah, a little bit lag. Oh, a lot of lag. There we go. So just about close to 300 as I can get it. And yeah, you got all sorts of. Oh, that's going the wrong way. Oh, well, that was lucky again. Nope, that's not it. That's decidedly not it. Why can I? Okay, there we go. There we go. Some of these buttons are not clicking right. And the step-up's being a pain. No. There. That's probably close enough. Well, maybe a little more if I can get it. There we go. That's good. And of course, your X, Z, and Y. It also tells you the dimension you're going to. You can fly to different dimensions, but it's controlled dimension lever. But you can't at the very beginning because it takes more energy than you can get. And another big thing you want to do is, if I can get it to work, this little controller is the current control, land, ground control. Whether you want to land in midair or you want to land on the ground. In most cases, you want to land on the ground. So we got our coordinates set. Let's put this thing back over here. We got our speed set. Now I got the thing off the ground. There are 3 buttons. This order: temporal primer, helmet regulator, and then you take the handbrake off. And then you watch your flight controls very carefully. That's me noisy. They're going to turn blue, and you're not careful, they'll explode. You do a little like that. Okay, we're landing now. It's fairly speedy, even at speed 1. Takes a while to land. As you can see, I gained a bit of experience for that. 39 out of 100. There are other ways to get experience by just flying from point to point. You can set it to uncoordinated flight, and you just take off, and we don't really go anywhere, but you can then spend how long you want pushing buttons to gain experience until she levels up. Let's see how close to where I wanted to land I ended up. Oh my. Ha! Well, that's not quite right. But you see, I set it to 300 or so, and she didn't quite land where I wanted her to. Trying to decide how I'll try and move her over a bit. I don't think I'm going to. Well, actually, there is another way of doing this. You have what's called TARDIS landing pad, but yeah, it takes a bit of materials, which we're going to get into on the next episode. I'm fairly sure I'm out of time, but I did want to go ahead and find a TARDIS, and now I have one. Yay! Even if she is a bit, not quite where I want her, I might try shifting her over a little bit. Again, she isn't the most precise thing when it comes to landing. And if anybody ever has watched Doctor Who, it shouldn't really come as any surprise. This has been a fun episode. Yep. How are we doing? We're still, doing our thing here. I wish I could have shown more of this on camera, but it was just a big derp on my part. But it's a whole lot of derping, actually. First I set this thing up as my first attempt. And, of course, I realized that was stupid because it's slow. So, how are we doing? Up to 707 blocks. 107 of those. 33 of those. So then I, kind of came over here and I was like, let's up my furnace and the export and import buses. And it was like, and I got like that, so I went, wait a damn minute. So now we have this, and everything's good. Life is good. And of course, with the excavator shut down, I'm regaining some energy. So there's that. How are we doing over here? Good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Next episode, we'll do a little more with the TARDIS. I'll show you all the neat things you can do. There are other things you can do than fly about and make rooms. The nice thing is, I'm pretty sure I can take this thing to the moon. One note about that. Whatever you do, let me see here. If I can get back inside, just do it roadway. It's going to be kind of a pain with that. Let me get back in my TARDIS. There we go. This little button controls which dimension you go to. Moon. I'm not sure which that one is. Mars. I think that's about as far as that goes. Moon. A world. Sure. Not all these things are labeled. Most of them are. There we go. You see where it says dimension chroma? Do not attempt to go here. Don't. As far as I understand, if you try to enter the chroma dimension without the proper progression, you will die. So even though the TARDIS can probably take you there, don't. You'll die. You won't be able to get your corpse back. You won't be able to get your TARDIS back. You'll be all kinds of suck. So, fair warning. Bad things happen to people who try to circumvent, the progression in Rika's mods, okay? Keep that in mind and you'll be fine. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode before I get too far over time. I'm going to have some fun with this. I really am. I just couldn't resist putting this in my mod pack. Yep, on that note, I'll go ahead and end the episode. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see everyone on the next episode, which will be world download time. Oh, yeah. All right. Yep. See everyone in the next episode.